Hello and welcome to this episode of Cosmic Crow Tarot, where today I thought it'd be cool if I shared with you my all-time favorite oracle deck. Yes, this one has been out for years. I've personally had this in my collection. I believe this is the first oracle deck I ever got because who doesn't love animals? I mean, if you don't, then I don't think we could be friends because I absolutely just adore animals. Their spirit, their energy, they're just what they do and everything. Take the dragonfly, for example. That is one of the most beautiful creatures in the entire world. Most of their lives, they live underwater. And then I think it's 4 years, don't quote me on that. 4 years until they get their wings and they crawl out and they fly. And then their lives are so short after that. It's the same with moths. It's the same with butterflies. Like their caterpillar lives on the ground are much, much longer than their flights. And the dragonflies, they're very, very close to my heart because I like to see dragonflies as my brother. My brother passed away in 2009, and if I'm having a bad day or I'm just, missing him really badly, I'll see one of these, not nearly one that is incredibly beautiful as this one, but I'll see one just fly by. I swear, and it's like, it cheers me up. It makes me feel so much better, and I know that he's right there with me. So there's a lot that goes with animals and why I absolutely just adore them. There's so much more than just creatures that we see and experience. They have empowering and insightful and inspiring messages along with them too. At least, in this deck. That's why I use it. If you get a reading from me, if anytime, face-to-face remote readings, you will always get a card from this deck because I love it. I absolutely love it, and to this day I haven't met anybody that did it because it's animals, and the animals are freaking awesome, right? Back of the box is right here. This deck is available anywhere that decks are sold. There's the US Games thing, so they're the ones that published them. I love their little logo right there because it's the Fool. It's the Fool, and they're fools for tarot and oracle decks, so they're awesome. But this is what it says on the back, so you get an idea. Animal totems and their powerful medicine have held spiritual and cultural significance throughout history. Spirits of the Animals Oracle guides you on a journey to get to know 51 different animal helpers. By learning about each animal's special gifts, you will be able to determine which animal stories speak to you. As they share their wisdom and healing energy, you will discover and connect with your own inner strength. Let Jody Bergsmas, I'm terrible when it comes to names. Magnificent animal arts inspire and empower you. And I mean, that's what Cosmic Crow Tarot is all about. It's about inspiring and empowering people to make the best of their lives. So let's get the box open. I'll share these cards with you. I'll even draw one so you have that inspiration and stuff. And we all have these animals, like there's the dolphins and everything. We all have these animals that we just feel we connected to. I mean, come on, I'm Cosmic Crow Tarot for a reason. I love crows. I love ravens. So that is one of my spirit animals, one of the ones I connect with. But when it comes to everybody, there is more than one. There's ones that we don't even realize. Hummingbirds. I think those are one of my spirit animals. Cats are definitely one of them. That independence that is a cat, but that wanting to have that person that you really love. Yeah, that's just so my energy as well. So here's the guidebook that comes with it. There's the back. That's the backs that we have right here too in that background right there. Galaxy, awesome cosmos. It's just gorgeous. But each card is in here. There's even a little thing right here that has the spread. You have the different tarot spreads, or the oracle in this case, where you can actually do full readings with this deck. And I have done that before. I'm not that big of a fan of it because I'm straight tarot when it comes to tarot spreads. But like I said, this will always be a part of my readings because it's just awesome, awesome, awesome. And I hope you like them too. Now, before we get in the cards, I'll show you this too. I don't have a lot of room. Set the box aside. Even the color of the box, that dark teal, is gorgeous. Everything. I cannot tell you how come to tell you how much I love this deck because there's just everything about it I love. This is an actual spread. You can spread it out. The cards fit right on it. It does not fit in my table, so we're gonna have to look at it just as easily as we can in the situation. Just have to actually pack it out of the thing to actually show you so you get an idea. But we have this right here, the Spirit of the Animals 9-card Power Animals spread. And it says over here, prepare yourself within a sacred space, which is my little table right here, right? Seated in the middle, facing north. I honestly couldn't tell you if I'm sitting north or not. I'm sitting in a house. I see a tree. I see a hill. I might be north. I might be south. I might be east. I might be west. You know, we're not actually doing this. I'm just sharing it with you. Shuffle the cards, sit with them, and reverently ask your totem animals to reveal themselves to you. Spread the cards in a wide circle around you. Ask your spirit animal guides to direct your hand to their cards. So that's a really cool way, and you can do that with anything. Like, just spread them around you. Feel their energy. Then place the card for the east. Yeah, if you're going to do this, you have to know which way you're facing, I guess. Place the card for your east on your far right. This animal represents your earliest years. The second is the south, and it is behind you. This animal is in your youth. The third card placed on your left is is the west, representing adulthood. The fourth card before you is the north. This represents later years. The fifth card about you, it's kind of hard to see with that crease right there, provides guidance from farther energy. The sixth card is below you. The animal provides guidance from mother energy. The seventh card directly in front of you is the animal spirit within you. The card to your right is your life totem. The card to your left is your other life totem. See, a ton of animals connect with you, and especially with this deck. If you pull a blank card, because there's one card in here that's personal choice, within your 9 animal totems, ask your intuition what the blank card represents to you. It may be an animal that I have not included in the cards. In this reading, acknowledge all cards as upright. The 9 animals in your spread are totem animals that have been with you and will continue to guide you. And there is the unicorn, or yeah, that's the unicorn, on the side of it. And it's just the absolute gorgeousness that is this deck. There's the bottom and everything. So you have all of that information if you want to get this deck. And of course, I will put a link in the description below of where you can purchase it for your own card slinging fun, because why wouldn't I? You know, I'm not sharing these decks just be like, I like these, don't you wish you had them? No, I'm going to tell you exactly where you can get it too, so you can have them as well. Seriously, social media is dangerous for pocketbooks. It's dangerous for wallets, because you see things like this and you want them. I'm going to tell you now, I go through about like once every couple months. I try not to do it as much, but as a tarot card collector, I can't help it. I go onto Amazon every couple weeks or a couple months and look at the upcoming decks. And there's already 2, a tarot and an oracle deck, that I'm like, I can't live without them. There's one, it's called Grim Tarot. And Grim Tarot looks incredible. It's like Grim Fairy Tales. Yeah, that's not out yet. It's for pre-order. Like, just type in Grim Tarot and I think you'll actually find it on Amazon. And then the oracle deck is called Memento Mori. I believe that's what it's called. It's available on Amazon too. Grimm is published by Lewin, I believe, and Red Wheel, I believe, is the one that publishes Memento Mori. And both of those, like, I saw them and I'm like telling my husband, and they're not out yet. And he's like, you have enough tarot decks already. Of course I do, but it doesn't matter because these have to be in my collection too. Okay, anyway. Getting onto these, and I've got them upside down. Some of them are upright, some of them are reversed. I'm telling you, they get worked with a lot. And the way that I do my readings is, like face-to-face ones, is I hand you the deck, and then this one's really fun because I'm like, shuffle these to your best, the way you can, or shuffle these to the best of your power. I can't remember the exact word right now, but they're huge, so you can't shuffle them normally. And they're, I mean, like I said, I've had them for years. I'd probably say this deck is like 8 years old or 7 years old. So, they hold up extremely well. Like, they go everywhere with me. I use them all the time. And like, you see no creases, no dents, no sides messed up or anything. So it's a really, really, really well-made deck. Okay, we're going to go through each of the cards one at a time. So I'm just going to show you the illustrations so that you actually have that. If you want to pause it and read that, you are more than welcome to do that, but that's not what this is about. It's just sharing this awesome deck with you. There is bee and community. Foxes are clever, and look how adorable that fox is. Yes. Every night we come home to our house. We live in the middle of the country. There is a little fox pup that runs across the road in front of us. It like jumps in front of us. So, you know, that connects to that fox. They're very, very clever. So that is awesome. Next up, we have a squirrel. There's also birds on here, but the squirrel is back there. And I think no matter where you live, you have squirrels, right? And they're always prepared. Those little squirrels run around and collect their nuts. Even if they don't remember where they stored them, they always have those nuts. So there is the squirrel. The orca whale. There's so many stories that you can share about the orca whale. I mean, Shamu. We all know Shamu, and I'm so thankful that's not the case anymore. Like, don't imprison these creatures. They're incredible. They're all about adventure, seeing the world and stuff. And they're called killer whales, for example, they're killer whales as much as they are orcas, because they know, like, they're extremely intelligent and extremely murderous, for lack of a better word, but there is like, they're all about adventure, I think. So again, gorgeous, gorgeous illustration. This coming up is the blank card that it mentioned on that spread, and it's personal choice. So I'm going to read this to you so you have that information. And still, even there's no animal here, there is such beauty in this illustration. Close your eyes. What animal do you imagine? What strengths are they known for? What wisdom do they share? Embrace these qualities. And whenever this card comes up, and it's very rare when I'm reading for somebody that this card comes up, but whenever it does, we stop and I say, what animal do you feel is the most connected to you? Which one do you like the most? And 99% of the time, that animal will be in this deck. So then I will read them in the guidebook what that animal shares and let them see that illustration. The 1 or 2 times that it's not in there, then I'll just get my phone out, turn on, like, look online and find the spiritual meaning and the empowerment that is the animal that they said. So, it's your choice. That's what this card is all about. And we can choose that as well, which animals that we connect to the most. Pronghorn is next, and it's never heard of a pronghorn, but there it is. And there's millions, probably billions of animals out there, and there's only 50 different animals in this deck. So you're gonna see animals you might not have heard of. You're gonna wish that there were other animals in here. Like, for example, there is a raven in here, but there's not a crow. So there is that. But there is the pronghorn and action on that card. And again, beautiful illustration. And the backs, again, the backs. You see the backs there. Like the galaxies and the animals around him and everything. You got the white buffalo up here. You've got the bear right there, the wolf and the eagle. All that power and everything. Tiger. And it's weird that all these cards, like half of them are upside down. But when you let other people shuffle them, they just kind of get mixed. Tiger is fire and that passion and everything that is in there. I choose to be unstoppable. My passion is my power. I am bold. I am bright. Brave, not bright. Hey, you're bright too. Mighty forces come to my aid. So just that little message right there on the card is empowering and inspiring, which is what I'm all about. Now, when we do readings with this, I will hand you you pulled the card. So it's like, if you'll refer to that little message, that little mantra on the card, the affirmation, well, I find it in the guidebook so that I can read it to you, because I don't have this stuff memorized. I might be able to read you tarot pretty confidently, but when it comes to oracles, no. And that's why the guidebooks are so important. Heron is next, and you have that illustration right there of patience. Patience, create a place in nature's stillness and be renewed. Take time alone to find balance. Step confidently toward your purpose. Patience will bring you rewards. So 7 of Pentacles energy right there with the heron. Herons are such magical creatures. For one, they're like humongous, and they can still fly, so it's like that. You'll just watch them, you'll see them standing beside like a pond or a river or something, just staring into it, waiting for that food. So patience is told with us with the heron. So that again is an absolutely incredible, beautiful illustration. Jody Bergsma, I'm sorry if I pronounced your name incorrectly, like this deck. Oracle decks, I have a bunch by now, and none sit in my heart as much as this one does. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Unicorn, infinite possibilities. Are unicorns real? Maybe. There's animals out there. I think, the Loch Ness Monster might even be real. It's things we don't even know that are really out there. At the very least, this is an inspiration, an imagination telling us to never give up that power. So that is the unicorn and infinite possibilities, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. And with the butterflies and everything, you have that beauty transforms you. That beauty and everything, that line on there. So beautiful illustration again. Dolphins are all about play, and like orcas, killer whales, they're also very murderous, and they're kind of human in their qualities and everything. I could go on and on about dolphins, but the point of the matter is they're playful. Yes, so there is the dolphin illustration. Oh, excuse me. Elk and nobility. Yeah, the elk and nobility is right here. So it's like just reminding you of that power that we have inside of us. Celebrate your accomplishments with humility. You are crowned with success. Powerful forces guide you. Your ability to conquer challenge is limitless. So just the mountain and everything. It's got the personal choice energy right there, but that power and everything of the elk. Elk is followed by moose. That's interesting. They're both in the same spot in the deck, because moose and elk are this like very similar simple musings that come with my head when I'm doing things like this, to just toy my videos. And that's the fun of it, is I don't script these. I share whatever I'm thinking of when I do it. So my question for you, if you want to comment and tell me, moose wisdom there, you know how a goose, if there's more than one goose, you call it geese. So if there's more than one moose, why don't you call it meese? Yeah, they're like more than one moose. It's just moose, isn't it? Or mooses. I don't even think that's correct. But if a goose is a geese, if goose are geese, then why aren't moose meese? That was just personal, random questions that maybe you have an answer to. But there is the moose and those horns and everything. Very, very powerful creature. Followed by the grizzly bear. Another very, very, very powering creature right there. And he's powerful. There's the word power right there. I am indestructible. I honor my intuition and go where it leads. Love and gentleness are my real strength. I never give up and I will succeed. Yes, that power there. That affirmation, like saying, you are enough, my friends. Black bear and guardian is right there. Black bears are very, very known in the Appalachian Mountains, West Virginia, Tennessee, Kentucky, Virginia. I know, like the Great Smoky Mountains, you definitely find them in there. But you can find them in the hills of West Virginia too. I remember one time, I was on a motorcycle ride with my dad. I was riding on the back of it, and right there in the running across the road while we were on a motorcycle was a big black bear. That's terrifying enough when you're in a car, but if you're on a motorcycle, ugh, yeah, that scared me very, very badly. But it was cool nonetheless, because seeing a bear, seeing that guardian, as it says, that powerful thing, just not really wanting to see it when you've got nothing of protection around you. But cool nonetheless. There is the black bear, followed by the horse and freedom. There is that powerful, powerful horse. Speaking of awesome places that you can see horses, I don't know if you've ever been here, if it's anywhere like close to you or anything like that, but if it is absolutely worth going. And this time of year, it's summer and they're having babies and stuff, and it's just the coolest experience ever. Like, I highly recommend it. There's an island close, it's about 15 minutes, I'd say, from Ocean City, Maryland. It's called Assateague Island. And there, the horses are free to run on the beach. You'll find them swimming in the ocean. You'll find them rolling in the sand and everything. And it's just one of the coolest experiences ever. And they're free. Like, you'll see, like, look online, like on Facebook and stuff, and people will be sharing those pictures and everything of it. Or just type in Assateague Island into Google or something and see about it. And if you're close to there and you want to take a vacation to Ocean City, make time to go to Assateague Island, because it's so worth it to see all those horses. They're free, and they remind us that we can be free too. So beautiful right there. Cougar and assertive is next, and there is that illustration right there. And you got in silence, you find power, claim your leadership role, and take action. You know where to go and what to do. You have the courage and confidence you need to succeed. Cougar is so many different creatures, dude. Cougars can be, there's black cougars, so there's those. They're absolutely gorgeous. Cougars, panthers, mountain lions, and I'm probably missing, I think pumas maybe too, are all in the cougar, yeah, cougar wheelhouse, the cougar energy, and they're all assertive and powerful, majestic, majestic cats. I saw a baby one once run across the road in front of us. It stopped. I stared at it. It stared back at me. My husband is the only reason I didn't get out of the car to try to pet it, which, probably saved my life, because there's baby little cougar right there. I think it was actually a mountain lion, but that dome energy right there, that little creature right there is right there. That means mommy is somewhere nearby. So Mandy shouldn't play and pet the baby mountain lion, but believe me, I wanted to. So there is the giant cat that is cougar, followed by sea otter and happiness. And I absolutely love, love, love the energy of a sea otter. It's a joke my husband and I have now. We're significant otters or something like that. You're my otter half and things. When we went to Ocean City, Maryland, actually, last month, we went for a rock festival. It's called Boardwalk Rock. And there were, I think they said there was 77,000 people in attendance to that. So when you're in there, it's wall-to-wall people at times, and I'm not good with that. I have social anxiety disorder. So too many people make me have a panic attack very, very badly. But that concert had, yeah, I'm just going to tell you a few. If you know me, then you know my favorite band is Nickelback. They were there. My husband's favorite band is Def Leppard. They were there. I absolutely adore Shinedown. They were there. Alice Cooper was there. Brent Arnold, I'm forgetting his name now. The lead singer Poison, he was there. I couldn't get that head out. Rob Zombie was there. Three Doors Down was supposed to be there. They're my favorite band as well, and they weren't, because Brad Arnold has cancer now, which I'm praying and praying and praying that he feels better. If you know him and everything, then send good vibes and happiness to him as well. But I honestly, oh yeah, I forgot where I was going with this because I started talking about that concert. Sorry about that. Sea otter happiness. But otters, so they don't lose each other in the water, will hold each other's hands, like their little paws and everything, so they stay close. So everywhere that we went, my husband and I had hands locked so we wouldn't lose each other in the crowd. And the cute little adorable thing about otters is when they love the other one and they really like the other one, they share their favorite rocks with them. And I think that's the sweetest thing ever. And like I was like, I keep rocks in my pocket, like crystals, and I would hand one to my husband. I was like, this is my favorite today. So there, otters, definitely fun energy that we all could just embrace. Another thing about this deck, it's one of my favorites for another reason as well, because a lot of times when I'm doing face-to-face readings, then the parent, like the person getting the reading, will have a kid with them as well, like their kid, because you don't want to let your kid just wander off while you're getting it. Now the kids, I always love to let them draw one of these cards. The last time I did it, it was my best friend's son, and he drew this card, and it was like, it really embraced it, because I like to have fun, I like to be happy, and it even said, go out and be there with your community and be there for the other ones as well. And at that about 5 minutes prior to that, a little boy walked up while he and his mom, like he was sitting there and his mom was getting the reading, and a little boy walked up and he said, "Will you play with me?" And the boy was with his mom was like, maybe later. And you could just see the sadness on that other kid's face. His shoulders dropped and he put his head down because he was so upset that the other little boy there didn't want to play with him. So after I gave him his card and I let him, I read the book and everything and told him about his power and his happiness and everything, the part of it about going and like being there for your community and the people, like just making them feel comfortable and happy, he actually rolled his eyes a little bit and said fine, and got up and went to look for that other little kid to play with them, and it was that card that told him to go do it. And I thought that was just really cool. So great deck for kids as well. Happiness, kids know how to find happiness. We should too. So there is the sea otter and happiness, followed by Black Jaguar and Old Soul. There is that, just how gorgeous is that illustration? Yes, there's Black Jaguar and Old Soul, followed by Lynx. We have a lot of cats in this deck, which is awesome because I love cats. Keeper of Secrets is the Lynx, and it looks all kinds of spooky and mysterious there, doesn't it? Like secretive, and has all this. Oh, look, Keeper of Secrets. Yes, it's very secretive. So there is that illustration. Hummingbird and Miracles is right there. And hummingbirds themselves, they're definitely they're miracles, right? They come from South America, like they go south every year. And then they come back when it starts getting warmer in the northern hemisphere. And just think about the travel there. That's thousands and thousands of miles, and these little creatures can do it. So that is definitely a miracle. So that is an awesome illustration. Loon. Loon is intuitive, it says. And there is the illustration there. I like their little babies in that illustration. Even the not so pretty colors about it, this illustration is gorgeous. All of these illustrations are gorgeous, right? And that's why I share it with you. But it's not just about the illustrations. It's about the empowering and inspiring messages too. There is dog and friend, most people are either a cat person or a dog person, and cat and dog are both here, and dog is a friend, and there's all the dogs, and then the ancestor of all the dogs, the wolf, right there. So that is an awesome illustration. They're all awesome illustrations. Penguins are awesome, and they're also authentic. So there is that illustration. Ram is perseverance. Ram is the Aries energy right there. And rams and goats and things like that have the hooves that can climb up the sides of like rocky mountains, and I think that is awesome. So there is that perseverance, climbing up those rocks even when they don't have to. Beautiful illustration right there. Swan is graceful. And they definitely are. I've heard they're a little bit mean too, but I've never actually come close to one. But beautiful creatures nonetheless, like that illustration and everything. It's gorgeous. And that grace shows that we have grace too and inspires us. White stag is the protector. There is that illustration, that power that it is. You are an old soul. Your best friend is nature. Use your intuition to take you where you want to go. Awaken to the powerful force within you. You are meant to create blessings with your magic. So there is that gorgeous illustration. Owl and magic is right there. Beautiful illustration again. That power that is it. Choose to know the truth because you can. So that is a gorgeous, Owls are just incredible creatures. Like the fact that they can turn their heads all the way around, that's creepy and awesome at the same time. So there is the owl. Humpback whale is the singer, and I'm not even going to try to make that sound, but if you've heard it, then you know how just lovely and gorgeous it is. So there is the singer, sing healing songs for the world. That shows that just that calm and compassionate energy and being there for others. So beautiful illustration again. All of these, as I show you, you see that they're beautiful as well. I really don't understand why like half of this deck is reversed. Watch, I'll flip these all over and then we're going to end up like as soon as I get through them, there's going to be reversed ones. I'm turning that one over. Let's go. Puffin and partnership, reminding us those partnerships that we have with others are important. But also, as that first line says, accept yourself and your colorful personality, because it reminds us that the greatest partnership we can have in our lives is the one when we have with ourselves. You know, even if you're different, you're weird, you're puffinish, love yourself anyways. Just be true to you and, you know, have that strong partnership with your higher self in the process because you love yourself. So there is that illustration, followed by butterfly and rebirth. And there is that one. And then, you know, butterflies. I talked about the dragonflies earlier. We haven't even got to the dragonflies yet. They're in there somewhere. But that rebirth, you know, the butterflies spend that time in the cocoon. We take that time to rejuvenate, to learn the secrets of our soul, to hang around, hangman energy, hang around and just, you know, decide what we want to fly towards, what we want to grow. So that is an awesome, beautiful illustration right there. Then, of course, there's the peacock. You know, there's no bird out there quite as gorgeous as a peacock, and that's vibrancy. So that just, I love that. I love the energy of the peacock and everything. Their feathers are absolutely gorgeous. Peacocks are a bird. Ravens are a bird, and there is the raven. And I love ravens as much as a crow, like corvids in general, are just the most incredible creatures. You are the creator and magician. Use your gifts for good. There is power in your wisdom and words. Connect with the elemental spirits and glide through the void. Claim your place as the keeper of mysteries, of the mysteries. Now, funny story about the Raven card. Like I said, I've had this deck for at least 7 years. I use it for every single reading that I do. There is no reading I don't. Sometimes, like if I do this, like I have monthly people that get readings monthly, I'll change up the oracle cards because, you know, you don't want the same one all the time. But I always come back to this one, and if it's your first reading with me, then you will absolutely get one of these cards. If you get a face-to-face reading with me, you will get one of these cards, unless it's raining and I don't want to get the deck out because, you know, it's cardboard. You don't want to get it hurt. But this deck, as I tell you this, because, you know, I've had it for 7 years, so I've had it for a very long time. This deck has met thousands of people, has connected with thousands of people. But up until this past weekend, I was the only one that had ever drawn the Raven card, and I was so just thrilled about that because, you know, Cosmic Crow Tarot, lover of all things dark and spooky, to find the light in them and everything. That is what I'm all about. I was honored. I was like, this is my card, and haha, no one's else gonna draw it. Then the Pride Festival that I did this past weekend in Fairmont, West Virginia, I met her. I met the Virgo that pulled the Raven card, and I had to tell her that too. And I was like, you know, I hate you a little bit because this is my card. But I was kidding. I don't actually hate her. I thought that was cool, you know, like someone else that loves those Ravens, and it came up. So, you know, you might be the one that get this card if you get a reading from me, because it's like my favorite, most empowering card on this deck. Like, look how awesome it is, everything, because Ravens are awesome. Yes. So there is the Ravens and the story that I have for the Ravens. The Ravens go down now, and we move to Ladybug and good luck, because ladybugs are good luck, and they're very beautiful, wonderful creatures. Those little orange ones that I call man bugs, because if these are ladies and the other ones are dudes. So actually it's gentleman bugs, because lady and gentleman, they are not those like little, I think they're from Asia, I'm not positive, but they stink and they bite. I've heard, I don't think I've actually gotten bit by one, but they are not ladybugs, and they're not good luck, I guess. You know, they're annoying, but ladybugs are awesome and they're good luck. Bright energy, let go of worry and be happy here and now. Feel good about being a loving and colorful you. You bless the world with color and good luck. That is the energy of the ladybug. Followed by Coyote and Reveler of Truth. Or Revealer of Truth, sorry about that. And coyotes are they're not appreciated. A lot of times they're like crows in that sense. You know, they're dangerous. They're bad for your chickens and things like that. But you know, at the end of the day, they're just wild dogs. They're just out there having fun. I watched a coyote once in a field, and just it was playing, like jumping up and down and just catching its tail and stuff. So it reminds you that it's still a dog. You know, if I don't believe they should die just because people are scared of them or things like that. Let them have their place. You have your place. That seems fair. But that coyote right there, again, gorgeous, gorgeous illustration. Very night creatures there, so they were in the night. There, see, now we gotta flip it back over. So we have it upright. And at least as I'm doing this, I'm putting them all upright. And that spread told us, we don't read these reverse. We read them upright. Cats, an independent, beautiful illustration there. Cats in themselves are incredible creatures. I have one myself. You've met her before, I think. She's not one that wants to be in pictures. She's not one that wants to be in videos. She just is. Some of my thumbnails in my YouTube videos have her in it, but not many of them. But her name is Dash, and she's very independent, but she's very, very, very sweet and loves us as well. You are a natural healer. Your intuition is strong. You don't have to go with the crowd. Life supports you in every way. So the cat card in this deck is definitely empowering. Set it aside. And move to Dragonfly. Yes, that was the box. We finally got to the Dragonfly. It's down there. We still have quite a few to go, 50 of them. So thank you for sitting here. I hope you're still enjoying the video and all these gorgeous illustrations. Dragonflies are magic, it says. I embrace my transformation. I courageously let go of the past. The magic of nature is in me. I am brilliant and I am blessed. So that powerful, powerful dragonfly, because dragonflies are awesome. Yes, I told you about my brother and how he is the dragonfly, and I want a tattoo of this. I think that's the exact one that I want to get because of the collar and everything with it. But I was thinking too, because he was really into his Yamaha Crash Rocket before he died. I kind of want one that's that Yamaha blue because it represents him. That's a story for another time. I'll let you know if I actually go through and get that. I just don't know where to get it. Should I get it like here? Maybe. I thought that would be cool if I got it right there. But there's scar tissue from me being a very, very depressed teenager, so that might be too painful. We'll find out if I actually do it. But there is Dragonfly and Magic, followed by Wolf and Pathfinder. Like, how awesome is that wolf? He's just like so serious and everything, but chill. Very, very chill. Awesome creature right there. Lizard and Regeneration is right there, and lizards are kind of incredible in the sense that if their tail gets chopped off or anything, it grows back. Like, how cool is that? So it's definitely an awesome, empowering card. As a survivor, you are unparalleled. No matter what happens, you can adapt. Embrace your transformation. Put on your new cloak. You are a master of regeneration. Awesome, awesome little card right there, and one of the most empowering in this deck, I believe. Goose and Inner Knowing. Goose or geese. Moose should be meese. Yes, but that inner knowing right there, they know where to go. Geese are incredible, and they're everywhere anymore. And those little babies are so cute. I can't tell you how many times we have to actually stop in the middle of the road and let all the geese walk across the street, and there's always a bunch because they stay together. That inner knowing is what keeps them in line, and they have the V formation on the sky, so they stay together, and if there's danger or something, they've got each other's back. So awesome right there. Next up, again with the flipping of the deck. Whee! There we go. Inner prosperity. No, frog is prosperity. Cute, cute little creatures. I just met one a couple weeks ago, and it was I think it was called a leopard frog. It had all kinds of spots and everything on it. It was sitting again in the middle of the road. It was the dirt road that we live on, and yes, meet animals in the road. That's the where I every story I have nearly. It's I saw this animal run across the road. I saw this other animal in the road. They were all alive though, because I will go out of my way to save an animal. Turtles in the road. I've been honked at and called an idiot by people before because I'll pick up the turtle out of the road in the direction that it's going and put it beside the road and make sure that it's safe. And people think I'm nuts for it, but hey, I don't want to see them get hurt or die. That's terrible. But this frog was in the middle of the road. So my husband and I, this was the dirt road, so there was nobody around. And so we get out, and we didn't actually want to touch it because, you don't know where it's been or anything like that. So we found a piece of grass, and we were trying to poke it to try to get it to go, and it wouldn't go. And my husband sighed and said fine, and he went to pick it up. And that's when the frog decided to turn sideways. I'm not kidding. Turn sideways and jump at me. I can't even make that sound now. It was pure terror and squealing. scream because that frog jumped right at me, and it was just, something jumping at you. It's terrifying. But he jumped over my shoulder or something and landed in the grass beside, and we're like, okay, well, he's out of the way, and that was the whole point. So there is the story of my frog in the road, the one that I met. It wasn't as pretty as these are very, very pretty, but frogs are prosperity according to this deck, so that's really, really awesome. And we're moving on to Polar Bear and the Mystic. There is that illustration. Again, cold would be nice because it's hot right now, very, very hot. So West Virginia weather, if you don't like something, just wait a minute and it'll change. But there is Polar Bear and Mystic, and again, an gorgeous, gorgeous illustration. Know that challenges make you stronger. Have faith when you face adversity. Take time to rest, dream, and renew your strength. Embrace your mystic abilities. You carry the shaman within. So it does have raven energy right there, and that totem and everything, and it's just beautiful. Every single one of these cards are beautiful, right? They're absolutely gorgeous. Now we're flipping it back over. We'll keep doing that, apparently. And there, look, that one's upside down. So I'm glad I'm doing this. If nothing else, they're all up right now. And watch when I do use them next for the next event that I have that is actually if you're watching this when the first birthday comes out, it's today in around Audra, West Virginia at Mountaintop Yoga Jam. So it'll be there. Eagle Mastery is next, and there is that eagle, it's like this country's bird. It's that power and everything. And I've only seen a very, very small few in my life because, they're kind of elusive in the sky. There's a train that's in the top part of West Virginia. Let me see if I can do this. Let's do this. I think it's about here. In that area, that is the symbol for West Virginia. Sorry, it's not me flipping you off. It's the symbol for West Virginia, and I think it's like right about there. It's called why can't I remember the name of that now? It's not Roanoke. It's a town right before you get into Maryland, and the railroad, I think, is called the Potomac Railroad, and they actually go through, and you can ride that train and see the eagles and stuff. I did it when I was a kid, so it's really cool. But there is that illustration of the eagle. Deer are everywhere, right? And deer are love. Yes, deer seem very, very loving, unless there's a lot of them and only one of you, and you're bent down because then they think they can take you. Yeah, I've been in that situation before, and it's scary. Deer are slightly scary, but they deserve to be because people like to hunt them so much they should be willing to fight back. Dear love, be gentle with yourself. You heal with the power of love. See the light in all things. Acknowledge your self-worth and grace. That is the energy of deer right there. Flipping it back over. There we go. We've got this one with the snow leopard and self-reliance. Very, leopards, cats in general, they are very self-reliant. They're very independent. We can learn a lot from them. We don't need someone else by our sides to feel successful and safe. If we love ourselves, we have that strong partnership with ourselves, then we are enough all on our own. So there is snow leopard and self-reliance, followed by elephant and greatness. And look how that elephant just looks so happy, doesn't it? Love is your strength. Leadership is your path. Your wisdom inspires everyone you meet. You can overcome any problem. You will naturally and easily achieve success. So very, very empowering and inspiring card with elephants. Lion is higher calling. It's got the masculine and feminine energies right there. And it says, you have within you all the courage you need. Let go of the past and reclaim your majesty. You will find success and contentment with those by your side. Make noble choices for your life and your tribe. So, that's the king of, don't they call it the king of the jungle? I think they do, which makes no sense because it's like the king of the desert or the king of the vast, empty wasteland that is like Africa or whatever. The king of the African land? Yeah, we'll go with that. But there's the lion nonetheless. Raccoons are inventors, it seems, and they're little bandits, little cute little bandits and raccoons. Really, I love their little hands and how they wash things in the creeks. It's so cute, so cute. They are little inventors, aren't they? So there is the raccoon, and it's just an absolutely gorgeous illustration, isn't it? Sea turtle is protection, and it's like that protection energy reminds us we have to protect the ocean to keep them safe as well. And sea turtles are just absolutely incredible creatures. I adore them. There is a company out there, and I'll show you this right here. I've got a lot of bracelets, but this one right here, it's from them. It's 4Ocean, I believe that's what it's called. And if you send them money, like donate to their cause, and they are like, they clean the oceans. They have like businesses, like that's their whole business. They live there and they clean the garbage out of the ocean. And if you donate to them, they send you this awesome little bracelet that you can wear. So I had two and the other one broke. But it's so like, just, it gives you that something, and you're doing a great cause. And every year on my birthday, Facebook will give you this like this chance to like donate to a cause that's like close to your heart. I will always, whenever I get that option and that opportunity, I always pick the oceans to help clear, because the oceans are important. Like, we don't even know what all is in the ocean. Sea turtles are in there, whales are in there. Who knows what else is in there, because there's so much that we don't know about it. So why do we just, we trash it? It won't be there forever. It won't be safe. So protect. Not only do the sea turtles tell us we have protection, we need to protect the sea turtles and where they live, their habitat. So that is the sea turtle. Moving to giraffe now. Did you know that a giraffe baby, there are the giraffe babies, I think that one is. Did you know that a giraffe is like, the fact that it's like, it's 8 feet off the ground, its legs are, that when the baby comes out, it just drops that 8 feet. It's kind of terrifying, but that's how they survive and that's how they live. So it's kind of a little fascinating little tidbit. Giraffes are visionaries, and that makes sense considering how far they can see with those necks. I've never actually, no, I have. I'm thinking of a camel. Yeah. I've never met a giraffe in person. I think it'd be kind of terrifying, but it's still, that would be awesome to see. Rise above earthly matters, glide through life with grace. You are able to see the right path, stand tall in your self-worth, and love with a big heart. Beautiful message from the giraffe. Dragons, are they real? They're like unicorns, they may be real, they may be not. Got 2 more after this, and then, maybe we'll do a reading. Dragons, supernatural, and there is that, whether they're real or not, they're fascinating, incredible creatures, and they're great in stories. Yes, the dragons of the stories always make the stories more interesting, right? So there is that one. Supernatural, believe in the supernatural. Think outside the box, There's more to life than what we can just see. So that is a gorgeous illustration. Hawks are next, and there is the hawk and messenger. West Virginia has quite a lot of hawks. Hawks are my dad's spirit animal. One of his. I know it. The way he acts, the fact that he went to South Harrison school when he was in high school, and they were the hawks. For some reason I just know that hawk is his. And he actually had one once. It lived in their yard, and it just every day it would sit in a tree and it would stare at them. It like had a message for him. And there's messengers. So the hawks, like, they're every single one of these animals, they're like, they've got spiritual meanings, not just the things that are on the cards or the guidebooks. There's so much more to it. There's a bird outside my window. It's had babies, I think, twice already this year, and it puts them right in my window. And it might be the most annoying bird call ever. They're called phoebes. And I'll try this to see if I can give you exactly what it sounds like. Wee-hoo! Yeah, that's close to what they sound like. And that was in the window every single morning when the sun was coming up. Like, the sun wasn't even up yet, and it's like, wake up, wake up. It's kind of like saying Phoebe. Like, I think that's where it got its name. But I wanted to kill that bird, to be completely honest with you, because do not wake me up. I don't care if you're the cutest animal in the world. I don't care who you are. I like to sleep, so I have horrible thoughts if you wake me up. But Phoebe, I called her Windy Phoebe because she had a nest in my window. She would, like, I'd see her sitting out in the tree. I'd see her like sitting on the phone, like the electric wire and things like that. And finally I looked it up, because she's not in this, obviously, because it's just, one of thousands and thousands and thousands of birds that we don't really think about. But the whole, like, she had this whole page of the spiritual meaning of it. Like, you have to believe in yourself more. You have to, you've got that strong intuition. Like, I looked it up, and it's just, even a little small bird like that woke me up on a daily basis before the sun even woke up. They had a spiritual meaning. Like, all of these animals have a spiritual meaning. That hawk has a spiritual meaning. The bison is the buffalo right there. They have a spiritual meaning. That white buffalo right there is the abundance. It's that power when we believe in the magic within us. So that is the spirits of the animal oracle. I showed you all 51 cards. Now, so you know what the guidebook says in that inspirational message. So when you see me out and about, or if you don't and you live somewhere else and you can't come see me, when you book a reading with me, all of that information will be in the link below. But I'll share one of these with you to empower and inspire you, because that's what Cosmic Crow Tarot is here to do. Empower and inspire you, and also share with you really, really awesome, pretty decks, because that's fun too. Want to go with that one? Because, like, look, that was the card we want. So Black Jaguar, Old Soul, walk through life with confidence and grace. You have power from beyond the world. Focus on what you really want. You can create your dreams. Now, if we were face to face, then you would have read that, so I could go ahead and find it in the guidebook, but I did pretty quickly. So here is what it says in the guidebook to give you this empowering, insightful message and send you on your way. If the Black Jaguar is your power totem, you are blessed with a fierce guardian. It is a spirit imbued with courage, grace, valor, and power. Panther is a symbol for the dark moon and all things we can and must see beyond our earthly vision. Black Jaguar is the poet, prophet, protector, and artist. They are associated with old souls and those who know. Know is in parentheses there. Jaguars are always happy to be alone, and they are never afraid. This fearlessness comes from knowing what lies beyond the veil and what life is an illusion hiding in an eternal truth of life everlasting. If you are ever lonely, frightened, or lost, call upon the spirits of Jaguar for company and direction. If Jaguar is your totem, she/he, they will be there for life's changes, growth, and discovery. Panther teaches us that struggle, suffering, and endings push us to become the persons we were born to be. Do not resist this gift. A new life awaits the brave souls who are willing to face the dark night of the soul. Wake up with the dawn and walk gracefully into a new world. Panther will be by your side. Then down here you actually have questions. Like if you don't feel this energy, if you feel like you need to connect with it more, it has those like messages there, and it's like if the card came up reversed, I think. But it says, find guidance from your own inner light. Drop old anger to let new blessings flow. Don't let your raw passion get you into trouble, and take time alone to renew your power. So that's all like steps so you can find that power and that old soul and the inspiration and empowerment you need to go after your dreams. You know, awesome card to come up. All of these cards, no matter which one come up, would be awesome to receive. And if you book, excuse me, I'm talking too much. If you book a reading with me, you know, it can be like a video like this, an unlisted YouTube link that only you will have the link to, or you could have a written one as well. This information will be there in that reading too, to inspire and empower you and help you connect with the animals that make life so much better. You know, if the animals weren't part of it, where would the fun be, you know? So in the link comments below, like let me know your favorite animal, like share it, like you know, I told you cats and crows are my favorite. Otters are awesome too. Like there's a never ending list of animals that I love. Dragonflies hold a special meaning too. So let me know what your favorite animal is. I'd love to know about it, you know. Animals, they make life fun. So that was The Spirits of the Animal Oracles by Jody Bergsma, published by US Games Incorporated, with their full logo right there. I'll put a link in the description below. It'll be the Amazon link of where you can purchase this deck for your own collection. If you book a reading with me, you can. I have done it. I can do that spread for you that we showed there. I will find out which direction I'm sitting so I can sit north like it told me to, so I can really connect with it. We can do that. All of that is available, and it'll be in the link in the description below where you can book that if you are interested. If you see me out and about at different festivals and stuff, you know, let me know if you watch this video. And I will give you this card from this deck, or I'll share the card with this deck from this deck with you, whether you tell me or not. So that is The Spirit of the Animal Oracle, my favorite oracle deck to work with. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it inspires you to love animals more and be inspired by them. And, you know, thanks for watching. Again, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you again in the next one.